Geminis, welcome to your July 2019 general reading. This reading will apply to Gemini's sun, moon, and rising signs. If you don't know your moon and rising sign, there's a link down in my description. You can click on that, find out what your moon and rising sign is, and I would highly recommend that you go and watch those videos as well, just to get additional messages for the month of July. And also in case any of the messages here don't resonate with you, okay? This is a general reading for the collective, so everything may not apply. Also, feel free to reverse the energies as well if you feel like it applies better the other way around, okay? If it is dealing with a specific person. All right, if you're new to my channel, then you probably won't know this, but I am also Gemini, Gemini's sun. My birthday is May 28th, and I always encourage everyone to go down in the comment section, comment your birthdays, and see if you can find your birthday twin. I know we just finished celebrating a lot of birthdays recently, so now we're in Cancer season, but I hope everyone had a great Gemini season, okay, and birthday season. All right, Gems, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to continue to shuffle. I'll fast forward that part so we can keep the video short, and then when we come back, I'll go through the reading together. Alright, Gemini, so this is going to be your spread for the month of July 2019. If you are on Instagram, so am I. Please follow me on Instagram. My Instagram name should be down below in the description. Also, if you want to do a private reading with me, the link to my website is down in my description as well. You can click on there, purchase a reading, and I will get back to you within 24 to 48 hours. Okay, Geminis? So let's get into it. All right. So what I'm seeing already off the bat is there is a need for balance here. I feel like a lot of Geminis have been, surprise, in our heads, right? We've been kind of confused, trying to sort out a lot of the emotions that we've been feeling lately. Cancer season is bringing up a lot of emotions, and Geminis don't really like to deal with emotions. I feel like we had a really good birthday season, you know, everything was nice and light and airy. We were starting to feel like things were really turning for us and going in a good direction. And then once Cancer season came around, end of June, we started to feel a little heavier and kind of get back into our heads again because we're dealing with emotions. So whenever, usually with all air signs, but I would say with probably Gemini and maybe Libra the most, also Aquarius, but when we start to feel a lot of emotions, we start to overthink because we want to analyze that. We want to think about it logically here. And you can see at the bottom of your deck, you have the Seven of Cups. So again, whenever emotions tend to arise for us, we tend to want to analyze it and think it through and overthink it and think of every type of possibility, you know, everything that could happen, things that could happen in the future that may not happen. So it causes a lot of anxiety for us Geminis, and I feel like you guys have been thinking a lot, you've been overthinking, but there is a strong need here for balance, okay? As I say that, you have the Two of Pentacles here, again, speaking of balance, all right? And then to further confirm that, I pulled 3 oracle cards. I'm using the Wisdom of the Golden Path, and here you have as one of your messages is I am balance. Okay, so there's a need to balance. I feel like you're needing to balance head over heart decisions here, and it definitely has to do with love. It has to do with emotions, all right? And you can see here where the balance needs to come into your life. So you have the card here of love, and then you also have the card here of wisdom, all right? So trying to balance out a situation between your head and your heart, okay, Geminis? And you are very wise, you are very smart. I know that you like to overthink things and think about, you know, what the possible outcomes could be, and there could be so many different outcomes. But I think what universe is trying to say here is to try and go with the flow a little bit. Try to balance out your head and your heart. Don't overthink too much, but also don't be blinded by certain red flags or things that you may be noticing if you feel as if that is happening in your life right now. So I'm seeing a lot of offerings here also in the month of July. And the reason I see that here is you can see here with the Six of Pentacles how this person is offering money, could be food. It also has the scale here representing balance, right? You also have the Four of Cups here, another hand offering you that cup. Okay, so there are offers on the table. Again, here, this is the energy that's crossing you, Six of Pentacles. You see this child is offering the younger child a cup as well. So there are offers coming through for sure. A lot of you could be receiving offers from the past or someone from the past. This is someone you definitely have history with. This is old flames or just old emotions could be resurfacing as well. And a lot of you may be trying to ignore it. This is the overall theme for the month of July. So many of you may be trying to ignore these emotions that Cancer season is bringing your way because you don't want to deal with them. But I feel as if the universe is strongly asking you to let down your guard a little bit. You may be extremely guarded when it comes to love or an offer of love or the emotions that you've been feeling. You may have been questioning them. But I do see here there is an offer of stability, okay? You do have the Queen of Pentacles here, which is talking about how the energy progresses. So you could be dealing with an earth sign, right? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. I also do see a lot of cups, so water signs, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. You do have, actually you have all the elements here. You have fire as well with the wands. So Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Not seeing a lot of air energy here, so you're dealing with other elements aside from yourself for a lot of you. But I feel like you do want to stop overthinking because even here, this is what's on your mind right now. And you're thinking that you don't want to have the upper hand almost. This is almost a card of like a lose-lose situation where you try to have the upper hand, but really all you do is push people away just because you try to overanalyze everything and you want to be, the smartest person in the room. You want to know everything. You want to have all the answers and you want to make sure that no one hurts you. So you do that by kind of shutting people out, never fully letting people in, always trying to be 2 steps ahead of them. And I feel like in your mind, you are noticing that about you, or you're noticing that's how you've been handling certain situations, especially when it comes to emotions. And I think you do want to change it, okay? You have 2 9s here. You have 2 6s. So you could be seeing a lot of 9s and a lot of 6s. That could be significant to you. Be on the lookout for that as well. If you do see a lot of 6s and 9s, but I do see a lot of chronological order here because you have the 3 of Wands, you have the 4 of Cups, you have the 5 here, 2 6s, a 7. You're just missing the 8, which is the change, right? Which is the changing stage when you're moving on to the next level. Subconsciously, I feel as if you are giving up a little bit on this offer, or you're not seeing this offer for its worth. Okay, because I feel like there is a significant offer on the table here for you. But you're looking at it, you're overanalyzing it, and you're not sure this is something that you truly want. So this could be someone from the past offering you something, and maybe you're not sure if you want this. You need more time. This person could have hurt you in the past as well, which is why you're so apprehensive. But I feel like you need to bring balance to yourself emotionally because it's causing you to not see things the way you need to see them, or you're not seeing how this could be a positive change or influence in your life as well. Your overall energy, though, is 9 of Wands in reverse. So you do want to let your wall down, let your guard down. You have been overprotecting yourself, but you have also been exhausting yourself by doing so, by overthinking, by constantly trying to figure out ways to protect yourselves from threats that may not even be there. These could be threats that we're assuming or imagining, and Geminis do tend to do this a lot, where you kind of feel as if there could be some imposing threat to yourself, could be bodily harm, could be anything, but you just perceive it as a threat, and also especially when it comes to our heart, whenever someone tries to get into our heart, we double up the armor. We definitely take, a defensive stance on that, but I feel like you want to let your guard down here. You do want to stop being so defensive because it is tiring for you. In your immediate environment, though, you're not seeing things come in the way you would like it to. All right, so there are delays in your ships coming in. There are delays in the radical change. Remember I said we were missing the number 8 here in this reading. It may come up in the extended, but we are missing that step here, and that step is the change that's going to turn all of this situation around and make it so that you have this balance in your life where you do feel very much confident, but you also feel in charge of your emotions. You don't let them get the best of you. You don't let them knock you off your game. I feel like you were very much on your game in, Gemini season, but now you're starting to feel a little heavy again, and you really want to avoid it rather than address it. And this time, I think that the way to address it is to figure out why you are so guarded, or why these emotions scare you. Why do you feel like you have to put up your guard all the time? Because I feel like in doing so, you're not allowing your wishes to come true with the 9 of Cups here. You're not allowing that energy to give you the wish fulfillment that you truly want. All right, Geminis? So that's going to be the first half of your reading. I'm going to continue this reading over on Vimeo. And over at Vimeo, what I'm going to do is I'm going to clarify a lot of these cards here, which means I'm going to throw a couple of extra cards to get more information. I'll also go into detail one by one what each card means. I'll pull an outcome card for the month of July, and then we'll also do a few cards for advice, okay, to help you get through the next couple of weeks. All right, Gemini, so thank you so much for joining me. I hope you do join me on Vimeo. If not, then I will see you in the next video. Take care.